Take notice of that, guys. That was just some kind of mistake that Ren made. And here in the next hit, we got Rui Pereira, Kalani Latanzi, Leonardo Chagas, and Pedro Monasteros.
You just slaughtered those names. Let me try that. Rui Pereira, Kalani Latanzi, Leandro Chagas, and Pedro Monasterios.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Hey, bit of habla español experience coming into that play right there. Yeah, I've seen Rui surf quite a lot. I've seen Kalani surf quite a lot. So I know these guys are very capable competitors. So it should be pretty interesting to see what kind of goes on here. And here we got White, Kalani, having a bit of a sniff at this little left. Look at this thing coming along.
Driving. And you know what's funny is I just met Kalani
too deep.
here 2 days ago.
Yep.
And his cousin is a fighter from here in Brazil.
Right.
And I know him very well. He's actually stayed at my house many times.
Wow. Small world,
Pretty
eh?
coincidental, huh?
It does.
Two different sports.
Yep.
And I know his cousin from halfway around the world.
Well, it goes back to that whole sporting thing you were just talking about before, Eric. And here
I
we got
read, this is Rui Pereira, the man
Pulpos.
from Portugal, punching through that lip with a roll.
Oh, he just come unstuck on that one. Oh, sorry, Rui. That's still early days, mate. Get back out there and get another one. But yeah, going back to what you said before, Eric, about Brazilian being a really strong sporting nation. You know, they get right behind it, and it goes to show with you knowing his cousin that he's a good fighter, and he's also Kalani's in this event.
Yeah.
And a very capable competitor in himself. You know, there's
For
Sergio
sure.
walking up in the foreground, probably pretty stoked on what he's done. And we got Rui on the right hand side there, paddling back out. Rui, we call him Pulpos, octopus.
So again, opening waves at heat, Pedro Monasterios with a 3.75. He's another rider from Venezuela. Kalani Latanzi on his first wave, wasn't a very good wave, 1.38. And Kalani's dad actually is Brazilian, but lives in Hawaii, and that's where he gets his name, Kalani.
Fair enough. Makes complete sense.
I was confused at first too.
And here we got a little bit of a wave coming through. Red having a bit of a paddle. Rui opting to pull out. And we got yellow. Oh, nice.
Look
big
at this
section.
punch through that section.
Leonardo.
Yeah, and he really got pitched out with it, and that's going to be a nice
Oh,
score
look
for
at that
Leandro Chagas.
cheeky little smile. Hey?
Cheeky. Oh,
Kalani.
clean roll there for Kalani. And these are tough conditions. It's funny because, everyone's doing relatively well, but being someone who's been in the water on and off all my life, I mean, I paddled last night, and the waves, even the ones that have a little bit of shape, it's hard to ride when it's that close to the beach because it's kind of bouncy and there's that weird, strange warbles and stuff like that. It is difficult.
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's really tough, and it's really tough to time the sections as well because there's a lot of variables going in. Uneven bottom, so the sandbank is really uneven underneath the waves, and then you also got like the waves kind of coming on top of each other on the shore. So you got the backwash coming off the waves there as well, and then you got the rip chop and the onshore. So there's a lot of variables in it, and the timing of it makes it really hard. And here we got Rui Pulpos having
Portugal
a bit of a
on
paddle.
the right.
It looks like a nice wave to me. Goes up to the section. That was a bigger rollo. Smart surfing. Well done, Pulpos.
So Kalani Latanzi got a score while we were watching that wave. His score is a 4.88. Rui's going to get another good score. He has a 3.8 already. Pedro Monasterios has a 3.75. So again, we're going to see some more scores bouncing through. What was that on me? A big bug?
Eric just had a nice little caterpillar on his back. Have a look behind you there, mate.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I'll just get rid of it there for you.
They're not poisonous.
Oh, that'll sting you.
This one will?
For sure.
I heard you just can't step on them.
Sorry about that, guys. We just had a technical problem.
I don't know if that was technical.
No, it wasn't really. Sorry, and so that was just Pedro just taking off just then. Sorry we didn't get a chance to see because there was a caterpillar just climbing on Eric's back.
Nature loves me.
Well, it is like a plentiful area around here. There's nature all around us. And
That's right. As you would know very well from last year, you had a little attack. Tell us about it, Ben.
That's right, buddy. Last year we did the mountain climb, and there was a couple of little marmoset monkeys up the top, and everyone was feeding these little marmosets some banana. So I thought it'd be quite fun to feed one, and I was given like the smallest little bit of banana, and so that's kind of my excuse for getting bitten by the banana. And it bitten by the monkey. It didn't actually bite the banana at all. It just hacked straight into my finger and almost bit the whole way through it. And had to go to hospital for the next month and get rabies injections. So I didn't get rabies because they all have rabies.
And how many times did you have to get shots?
No, I didn't get shots in the guts, just in the area. I was pretty lucky actually because getting bitten on your fingers, one of the only areas that inject straight into the point of contact with the creature. If you don't get it on the fingers, they do have to inject it straight into your guts, I think. And
so when we come back, we're going to hear more about Ben's rabies treatments. Right now, we have Isabella Sousa down on the beach. Are we sure this time? We're going to send it down to her. She has got an interview with our heat winner.
Hello, Eric. I have here the winner of the last year. Ian, how are you, mate? How are you?
Yeah, all good, thanks.
How was your heat? You had fun or was difficult the conditions today?
Yeah, it's difficult. The onshore makes it a little bit tough, but it's the same like home, so it's a little bit easier for me.
And why? You have the fast paddle in the world. You're the first guy that paddle more fast in the world. How you do this?
I used to do a lot of water polo back when I was still at school, so my legs are pretty strong, and I'm able to paddle that fast. Yeah.
Say congratulations. You want to say something to home?
Just to my mom and dad and my stepdad who's in hospital at the moment. Just hope he gets well soon, and thanks so much for everyone at home for all the support. It's been great. Yeah.
Back with you, Eric. Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Okay, we are back live. Thank you, Isabella. So, again, we were just talking to Ben about last year, venturing out here in Itacoatiara, and he got bit by the monkeys, and he was concerned that they could have rabies because now some of them do have rabies here.
Quite a lot. Hang on. Oh, we have Pool Boss having a bit of a paddle. Yes, quite a lot of the monkeys, the local monkey marmoset population have rabies here. Something like 80% of them. So. Yeah,
really? 80% of the monkeys have rabies?
Yep, a lot of them. But they live with it. It's not like a problem that attacks like dogs or humans where it kills them. I think they live with it here. So it's not a problem unless they bite people like myself. And, I was stupid. I shouldn't have fed the monkey such a small bit of banana. Or I wish I wasn't given such a small bit of banana so I got bitten by the monkey. It seemed like I was set up, actually. And here we got Pool Boss having a bit of a paddle.
Oh, look at paddle battle. Red, Rui Pereira, the Portuguese rider, rolling through the lip. He was in the lead with 3.8 to 5.63. I wonder if he's going to get an interference. The rider in blue, Pedro Monasterios from Venezuela, has been in second with a 6.5. Kalani with a 6.26. And Leandro only with one wave with that 4.5. But we could see an interference very easily right there, right? That situation?
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not sure who they'd award that to because actually White went behind his tail as he was paddling and then try to take off behind him. So it'll be interesting to see what the judges call with that. Or if they do call it at all, because sometimes, they just kind of go, well, nothing actually happened, let's just let it go. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Certainly not our decision, however. We'll let the judges make that call.
Certainly, Chico.
So tell me, so you had to get some injections actually directly in your finger?
Yeah,
and how many?
Killed. Had to get 2 in there. I think it was 2 in there every week for a month. Yeah.
2 in there every week for a month?
Yep. Yeah.
2 at a time, or like you get 1 and then 3 days later do another one?
Nah, 1 and then another one. Yeah, because there was one that was like an antiretroviral or something like that, and the other one was like an immune booster. Oh no, I got the immune booster in my shoulder. Yeah, so that was like immunoglobulin or something like that. So to increase my immune system, just in case something did happen. But yeah, it turned out all good. Didn't get rabies.
Now
luckily.
That's nothing compared to some of the other treatments that we talked about the other day with your engagements with dengue over the years.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Okay, so we have a rider in red, Rui Pereira, looking to take off.
Pulpos getting a lot of waves here. Yellow going into him.
Leandro Chagas.
Yep, that was good. A good little roll. Just how the judges will like that. He was in 4th place, needing a 2-point ride to move up into 2nd place.
Yeah, so again, Rui Pereira is in first, the Portuguese rider, followed by Pedro Monasterios, a Venezuelan. 2 Brazilians bringing up 3rd and 4th, but still 11 minutes to go. A lot of things are going to change. This is white, Kalani Latanzi, as well as blue, Pedro Monasterios. Look at this. Oh, big roll we saw there from Kalani, and a second one in the white water and the sand.
Yeah, it seems to me like Kalani's trying to push into that corner right where Rui is, and the guys seem like they're kind of going up against each other and trying to get the waves from each other. So it sounds quite exciting. Don't know if there was some kind of a feud before this heat, but it looks like they're really trying hard to beat each other in this one. So it's interesting to see. Exciting.
Well, Kalani needed a 4.83, and I'm guessing he's going to get that. But look at these sets coming in, Ben.
Yeah, it's definitely building. The swell's meant to be getting a lot bigger for tomorrow. Should be pretty interesting. It's a heavy beach rake. It's got a lot of power behind it, and then drops off really quick here. So it's holds its power. It's not like somewhere like Sydney beaches, for example, where it's a really gradual decline. Here it's like maintains and holds its power. And yeah, you're right about Kalani. Kalani did get that score for that last one. Moved up into 1st place, pushing Rui down into 2nd place. and Leonardo now needing a 4.72 to move up into second place, and Pedro Monasterios needing a 6.13 to move up into second. How do I pronounce that second name?
Pedro.
It's not Pedro.
Monasterios.
Pedro.
Pedro Monasterios from Venezuela. Remember his last wave? It looked like a good wave with some shape, but he ducked out the back of it. But we do see some lines coming in once again, so relatively getting consistent now, Ben. And after the set, we'll touch upon your engagements with dengue that we talked about. Now you've had the misfortune of acquiring this twice.
Yeah, that's correct.
Do many people get it twice?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have had it twice.
Once you get it once, are you more susceptible to getting it again?
That's not right, no. I've just been unlucky twice to get it. And once you have it, it never leaves your immune system. It always stays in there as an antibody. But the problem with dengue fever is that it actually reverses. Every time you get a new strain of dengue fever, there's 4 strains. Every time you get a new strain, the antibodies that are in your blood reverse and start attacking you at the same time. We'll go more to it in a sec. Right now we've got Kalani taking off, driving down the section.
This
nice little
looks like it could
section.
be a good wave.
Boof, big roller, boof. That was good.
Kaboom.
What? Kabloom?
Poof.
Poof.
Kaboom. So there we go. So as you're talking about, there's 4 different strains, and you said every time you get a different strain, the antibodies do what? They attack themselves, or
they reverse. The antibody that's in your blood to the previous previous viruses, strains of virus, reverse. So you're attacked by the first time it's just once. The second time you get it, the first strain that you got the antibody to reverses, so you're getting attacked by 2 strains at the same time, and so on. 3 times you're getting attacked by 3 strains.
So is it true? So would I be wrong if I assume that you can't get the same strain twice? You can just get different strains.
That's right. You can get different strains. You can get there's 4 different strains, but apparently no one really ever lasts that long. You don't get up to 4 strains. It kills you before you get that far, unless you get a blood transfusion. So I have to just take full-on precautions. I have to wear long sleeve shirts, long sleeve pants at all
how
time.
long were you in the hospital each time?
The last time I was there I was in there for a week, but it probably took me about a year to fully recover.
Really?
Yeah, it took me a long time.
And what are the symptoms?
Symptoms are an extreme, to begin with, an extreme virus, full-on temperature. My temperature got up to 42 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, you're talking about the high fever.
High fever. And then just can't eat, and you're just sweating profusely and lose a lot of weight. I lost all my muscle mass, and the hardest thing that I found was actually my kind of aesthetic awareness and, my peripheral vision. I couldn't work out which way was up or down or sideways, and that's what took me a whole year to recover from. I'd be doing a backflip and feel completely lost. It was like having to learn how to bodyboard all over again. And
really?
Yeah, it was a real setback actually, and it sucked because I was probably, at a real peak in my career at that time, and felt like I was going really pushing forward.
See, White pushing forward there. Kalani, he was already in the lead. So, man,
it comes out
you had
of
a
it
problem
well
with your
done.
equilibrium as far as feeling which way is up and down and the sides? Really?
Yeah, it was gnarly, man. And I was kind of going, I hope this comes back to me. I was really stressed out about it, and I wasn't sure if it would come back to me. I was packing it, man. But luckily it did. It came back, and the last kind of year, actually, I kind of felt like I've managed to get back to where I was back then, and so it's good. So I feel good, and I'm excited about the future again. But it sucks. Those kind of things suck. And when I see my mates walking around in shorts and t-shirts, I'm kind of like, dude, why don't you just cover up? You don't want to get it. But no one really listens to me, and instead I just look like an idiot with long pants.
You were in Bali one time?
Yeah, I was in Bali. I think both times it would have been, yeah.
Now, is it quite as prevalent here in Brazil?
It is, actually. Last year when we were here, the guy Imanol, who distributes NMD in Europe, acquired it, got dengue fever with his son as well.
They both got it?
Right in this one area here, so it's definitely around, and you've got to be pretty careful.
Both him and his son got it together?
Him and his son got it at the same time, yeah.
So, is that a case of literally the same mosquito bite in both of them?
Well, yeah, it probably would have been, to be completely honest with you, because it does sound quite hard to get it. The mosquito actually has to bite a person that's infected by it, and the virus is live inside them. And then within that mosquito's life cycle, which is only 3 days, it has to bite another person, and then that infects the other people. It is quite hard to catch, but if you're hanging around someone that's infected...
That again. If it bites somebody who has it?
Who's infected with it.
Okay.
Not someone who's got the antibodies, someone that's it's actually like a live virus within them.
Someone who's like currently infected with dengue.
That's right.
That mosquito goes and bites someone else within those 3 days. Here's
Pass
rider
it
in blue,
on.
Pedro Monasterios.
Oh, duck me
Vote
up.
for Pedro.
Vote for Pedro. Yes. Yeah, that's completely right. So it makes it quite hard, but there's a rumor that's going around in Indonesia that it's not actually just carried by humans, it's actually carried by animals as well, like cattle and monkeys can carry it. So if a monkey bites those animals and bites you, it can pass it on. I'm not sure whether or not that's true, but you know, I guess I'm pretty well read with the whole thing. I went and saw a specialist about it, and they were like, I said, what can I do to prevent me from getting it again? They said, don't travel to tropical countries ever again. I was like, well, that's going to be a problem. And here we got yellow.
Leandro Chagas, the Brazilian. Big
Oh,
flip right
that was
there for
unreal.
that small wave.
Push out, buddy.
No, not able to do it. Just too close to the shore. The explosion of the wave is going everywhere.
You saw him look up to the beach just then. A lot of the guys in South America get right into kind of caddying and coaching on the beach. You'll see if you kind of pull back on the shot, there'll definitely be another couple of guys of his mates on the beach and telling him when the sets are and telling him what to do and stuff like that. And
you see that here more with the Brazilians than I've seen with anybody else.
that's right, they get right into it. And it's great. Like, it feels great to have that kind of level of support from your mates. Aussies aren't typically like that. They're a lot more laid back and just kind of cruise and stuff like that. But, you know, it would be nice if you know, when he came down to my next heat and like, next one, Ben, next one, wait for the next one.
Yeah, for sure.
That doesn't happen, and especially doesn't happen when, you know, you're going up against your mates for world titles and stuff like that.
Kind of a crappy friend, I'd say he is.
Oh, it's a shocking friend, yeah.
We'll have to have a little talk with him when he comes in here next.
Here we got yellow, boosting up to the section.
Look at
Nice
this.
flip.
Making up for that last one is Leandro Chagas.
That was sick, bro. Well played. He'll probably look up to his coaches in a sec. See
What do you
they're
think about
saying.
these guys wearing leashes?
You know, just in case, I guess. I had that problem before my heat last year. I was like, should I wear a leash or shouldn't I? I don't know.
I mean, you're on the beach, so it's not really that necessary.
Well, it would suck if you did lose it and you couldn't get in and there's like 30 seconds left. You'd be kicking yourself then, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, bro. Yeah, let's have a look at the nice little conditions. In case you're wondering what's going on right there, that's Kalani. He's sticking his hand up in the air because he's asking the judges what the scores are, what he needs, what that last score was by Leonardo, which actually was an unbelievable score. Leonardo
Look
dropped
at
a
that.
6.68 for that last score and moved up into first place. Booyah! So yeah, now we go Kalani. Move back into second place, not back into second place, but in second place, and then we got
Here in red, Rui Pereira, the man from Portugal. He was in the lead at one point. He's looking for a 4.55. He might have found it there, but I don't know. It could be close.
very close.
Again, Rui needs a 4.55. Pedro Monasterios needs a 6.43. A minute and 50 seconds ago, Rui's running back out there. He needs to get a set wave.
He might have got it. I mean, that's going to be really, really close. It's not much of a score that he needs, but it's also, you know, there's just under 2 minutes left, and those other guys can also build on the scores they've got. So when and see what he gets, and he did. He gets it. Rui gets it.
4.8. Looking good, the man from Portugal.
Oh my!
So now let's let everyone know where we're at. Kalani Natanzi, who was doing so well, is now back in third. He needs a 5.14. He needs to get rid of that 4.88. Pedro Monasterios from Venezuela needs to get rid of a 3.75 and a 2.75.
Let's go, Pedro. Let's go.
Vote for Pedro. Leandro Chagas looking good in first place. Feeling relatively comfortable, I'm sure. 1 minute to go. 1 minute remaining here in the second heat of round number 4. We're looking to get through this round today so we can start the quarters first thing in the morning.
Quarters, first thing in the morning. Here we got
Pedro
Pedro
Monasterios looking for a
gunning in the
6.68.
section. Go, buddy. Woo!
2 rolls.
Woo!
Oh.
Not bad, not bad. That could mix things up a little bit. What did he need, Eric?
That's going to pump him up. He needed a 6.68. He could have got it with 2 rolls.
Nice. Yep. Nice. Oh, Kalani, last minute stab. He's got 35 seconds left. He needs to pull the hell out of there and get back out there real quick.
Getting tight.
He won't get it for that, I don't think, mate. Get back out there, Kalani. Come on, buddy.
It's getting tighter than an airplane bathroom.
With 2 people in it.
Have you ever been in a bathroom with 2 people?
Never. It's kind of been a little bit of a fantasy of mine.
I may have once.
Oh, really? You dirty man.
Up and riding. Looking to get up and riding is Rui Pereira in red, but only 5 seconds to go, and that's going to be it, I would say. Unofficially winning the seat, Leandro Chagas, who came through solo, that 6.68 at the end. Rui Pereira from Portugal with a 10.43, and man, Kalani Latanzi and Pedro Monasterios are not going to make it through. We're going to send you to a commercial. When we come back, we're going to have Armando Castro, Diego Cabrera, Miguel Herrera, and Jorge Pullman. You're going to have Dave Winchester alongside Ben Player in the booth.
All
We'll
right.
be back in just a minute.
Me and Winkle. This is heavy, man.
Okay, maybe we're not throwing it to commercial. We are starting the next heat, it sounds like.
Righto, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting the next heat. I think the guys next door just turned into zombies and something just happened because nothing's changed.
Maybe they got bit by something other than
Heavy
dengue.
zombie attack.
So again,
Anyway,
Armando Castro, Diego Cabrera, Miguel Herrera, and Jorge Pullman.
okay, this is looking quite exciting. I know a couple of these guys in this next heat and they rip, so it's going to be a good heat.
So we are going to throw to commercial in just a second. We'll let you know. We're going to do it in just a moment. We are watching them again in this heat. 30 seconds into this heat. Again, 20-minute heats. 4 men. Your best 2 waves count. Again, this is our third heat of round number 4. We want to finish this entire round out. That way we can do our quarters, semis, and finals first thing in the morning tomorrow.